Hi everyone. Hey. You guys, first of all, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. So I'm just sitting in my office, exactly where I teach my lessons. And that's been on my heart for a long time, like extremely long time. I just didn't know how I was going to do this, when and where. But it's been on my heart to share this story with you guys. And this may be a little sensitive for some people. But I believe that and I believe God has given me this unction to share this story. And there may be some women who have been in a situation, and that some of you guys may be going through this right now. But this is just to encourage you. This is to letting you know that there is hope beyond pain. Anyways, I want to share the story. So 2011 was one of the most craziest years for me. When I tell you, it was like I was in this ocean and there was a tsunami coming. Every time I turned around, I felt like stuff was engulfing my life. Like I thought I was done. You know how you're trying to catch your breath and there's another bout of water, another situation to come, and it can drain you. Life can drain you. You can be having a great life, and 2 minutes later, everything is just going the upside down spiral hill. Just could be out of control. But anyways, 2011, I was pregnant. I was in a marriage, and I can admit the marriage was rushed. And we were together for a long time, but it seemed like when it came down to him committing himself to me, like on the marriage level, everything was just chaotic. That's when I start seeing, you know, how somebody peel back different things about layers of a person. That's when I saw him for his true self. In the beginning, there was always, I love you. He done so many things. He pursued me. He was perfect. Then some things happened. We got married. I found out I was pregnant. There was a lot of confusion with that. But I remember just holding on, because I felt like a woman's duty is to be on a hush. You know, to always hold things in and not say anything, to, you know, be strong, you know, to carry the weight and not let it go. I remember in June, me and him was in the midst of doing something in the bedroom, and I started bleeding. I went to the hospital. They was like, oh, baby's fine. There's nothing wrong with the baby, blah, 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 you know. Long story short, I remember in August, because I had been to the hospital and it seemed like the baby was fine, you know, mentally disturbed, because I always thought the baby was moving. I thought the baby was being extremely active, because I felt so much going on in my womb. And I was just, you know, telling Danielle, so, you know, you're doing a lot of moving, baby. What in the world? I remember having a fever in the month of August. I remember having chills, but I couldn't understand what was going on. I figured I was having all these things because I was stressed out. I was extremely stressed. I didn't know how much stress can damage your baby, can damage your body in itself. It's crazy. I remember so clear waking up and seeing a vision, even dreaming of just knowing my baby was dead. I woke up and I woke him up and I said, babe, I think there's something on the bond. I think my baby's dead. And he, brushing me off. Telling me, oh, are you crazy? I always been seen as crazy because I would see things before it happened. I could feel energy. I can feel a sensation of something happening, something about to go down. I just couldn't figure out what it was. I know at the time I dreamed of a man in a coffin, and like minutes later, my best friend got in a car accident. But when I saw the man in the coffin, I began to pray right away. I began to pray like I couldn't pray no more. I didn't know why I was praying, and it was as if something was churning in my spirit, in my womb, my stomach. I just couldn't release it until I prayed, until after interceded for whoever this was. And when he called me and told me it was him that died, almost got killed, I just began to rejoice. So I always had a gift. Long story short, I go to the hospital that morning because I just couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I found out. And the way that the doctor did it, it was crazy. I remember the nurse in there putting the cream on my stomach and rubbing across and not hearing anything. And she did it so well. She said, oh my God, this silly machine. What's wrong with this machine? And she goes out. She go get the doctor. The doctor comes in and she does it, and she said, ma'am, I think there's something wrong here. I believe your baby passed. And for me, that was a lot. It's a lot. I was in denial because they sent me over to another part of the hospital. I was high risk, and there was a place called EVMS in Norfolk, Virginia. Great hospital, great staff, because Khalil was there. When I was pregnant Khalil, I was high risk. And they were great with Khalil. Like, when I tell you, they made sure that everything was okay. And I went to the other part of the hospital, and they did a bigger screen where I could see it on a TV. And it was confirmed that she was gone. The process of pushing her out was a lot. I almost died on the table. And people ask me all the time, where does this scar come from? It comes from me after I had lost my baby. I went in the hospital, everything was cool. And I came out with a scar. And ever since, until 2 years ago, I blamed myself. I blamed myself because I felt like I could have got out of a relationship. I could have done something. And I saw her on the picture. They would not allow me to see her in person because she was damaged. She had started deteriorating. I'm surprised I'm still alive. Surprised I survived that after I had her. But I'm here to tell you that there's not a day that I don't think about her. I have a 9-year-old who's terrible. But Danielle would have been something else. Sometimes we blame ourselves for stuff. And God was just, in the meantime, He knew what kind of life she would have had. I believe that she would have had a very rough life. Come from what I saw of her, she looked like some things that was wrong with her. And God knew. He knew. He knew how much I would have bared. It took me a while. Like I said, people will talk about going to psychiatrists, going to see someone. I suggest to anyone who is going through, you know, go see a psychiatrist, go see a life coach, go see someone to talk about these things, because to bow all up in, I mean, for me, for a long time, so many things in my life was just chaotic. I was always angry. I was always depressed, and I just couldn't figure out why. And then I realized I did not forgive myself. I didn't forgive myself until 2 years ago, when my teacher told me, my life coach told me, that it was not my fault. It wasn't my fault. And I just pray that if you're in a relationship that is heavy-laden, is toxic, and you even feel sometimes the feeling, because I used to feel this weird feeling in my body, the amount of stress that I was dealing with, and then it transferring over to my baby. Transferring over to my baby. My baby name was Danielle Nicole White. And this video is for her. She would have been 8 years old this year. 8 years old. You know, some years ago, I would probably not be able to talk to you about it. I just wanted to share it with someone who dealt with that. But, you know, I realized women are so strong. We're so strong individuals. Strong individuals. I believe that I'm strong, and I believe that you're strong. And if you're watching this, I want you to know that it's going to be okay. It's going to take some years, but it will be okay. You will make it. You have a precious angel in heaven who's watching down from heaven at you and rooting you on like, yay, mommy, yay. I know I would have worried you when I was down here. But depression and losing a baby is hard. It really is. You prepare yourself to meet this little one, and then you never see him. You never get to experience them growing up. But cherish each and every day of your life. And the babies that you do have around, love on them as hard as before. And I promise you it will get better. There's hope after grief. There's hope after sorrow. There's peace like no other. I promise you it is. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I know it's kind of crazy, but I just had to share. I really did. So you guys be blessed. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day.